first task of the day and my first little bit of creativity is I'm going to come down here now to this fallen tree. I think there's a couple of branches on there that'll be perfect to use to make a new type of pot hanger. Obviously I've got my tripod up there. Oh look, must be where Dia's been lying. Yeah, so I think I'm going to try and craft something, and it's going to be one of them gravity type pot hangers. So obviously I'll need a pole to stick in the ground and then a post to go like slide up and down it. So I need to have two different types of thickness of branch, and I think I've found the perfect bit like. So possibly be to make it out of this one single branch, fingers crossed. If not, I know there's another bit of branch there that I'll definitely be to use. It's nice, it's got about the same depth all the way through it, same thickness, and it's quite long and straight, whereas this bit here is perfect for what I need as well. So let's get this bit of wood off and let's take it back and craft something. So obviously this is a fallen tree due to the storm, so it's not as if I'm cutting down dead trees. Live trees, sorry. Go. We'll just take the whole thing up and we'll craft some stuff out of it. So my tools of choice for today for this task is going to be my Bushman knife made by Chris, my Laplander saw, and then I've got a multi-tool as well, which is on the belt buckle around the back here. Alright, I'm going to be using my multi-tool just for the finer bits of work, okay, and hopefully we'll succeed at making a sort of like a gravity type pot hanger. Obviously what it's going to be is going to be a pole stuck on the ground, which is going to be the thinner part here. Obviously I'll have to carve it down and make it a bit thinner at one point in any weight, and then obviously get this thicker part, and then what I'll do is I'll flatten it out and then drill a hole through it so it fits down through into the thinner part. That'll be the spike sticking in the ground. Okay, so let's see how this works then. So first of all, I need to get a bit of this off. Obviously I'm sitting down, so I need to be careful of where I'm cutting, so I'm always going to be cutting to the outer side of us. Okay, now I think I'm only going to need this bit off initially. And that's going to be, obviously it'll probably get cut down again because I'll not need too much, that'd be too heavy for the bit that I'm going to stick in the ground, but I'll probably cut the best straightest part of that off and then carve it all down to size. And then for the main part going into the ground, I'm going to use this bit. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it here so I've got like a bit of a V there as well, so I can utilise that for something else later on. It doesn't have to be a large pool. Cut it about here. So obviously there's some other branches there that you can utilise them to make other things if I've got time. But initially what I've got is, this is going to be my stick. Obviously I'm going to smooth it all out, flatten it all so it's perfect, and then put a spike in the ground. That'll get dug into the ground, and then the bigger one That's obviously because it's thicker. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten it out. Obviously this will get thinned down this swell, okay, and then there'll be a hole drilled into this bit, and this will hang over, and basically what will happen is it'll act like a gravity, it'll lock on the pole itself, and then I'll have the pot hanging off here. Okay, so that's basically, and then it's going to be one of them where I can just move it up and down as and when. That's what I plan to do. Okay, so all I've got to do now is get crafting. That's the first part. The bottom part here doesn't need to be dead thin, okay. I probably need to take a little bit more stuff off there, alright, just to make it the same thickness all the way down. And then basically what's going to happen is you just push that into the ground, okay. It's still thick enough but not too thin where it's going to snap when you push it into the ground. The ground here is quite soft in any weight, alright. And also what it's going to be is, you can see by, I'll just put it back at the ground, you can see by the diameter that it's going to fit easily onto this bit. And this bit here, this bit alone is probably just going to be where the it goes. And it's going to hang roughly about like so, okay, and that's going to slide through. But what I need to do is I need to thin this right down, okay, get this part flat-ish, okay, on both sides, yeah, and get it squared off. And then I'll have to drill a hole through it, okay, using my knives. And then what will happen is that'll slot through there, and then with gravity pushing it down, alright, it's going to stay on there, and then I'll be allowed to hang me pot, okay. Obviously it's quite heavy, this bit, because it's long, but once I get it done down to the correct size, it's going to be perfect. Alright, so let's do the next bit. As you can see, I've been drilling the hole through with my knife, alright, but it's come to that crucial point now where I need to keep on going on either side. I've actually broke daylight. I've just got to get through there, but I've got to get through there without actually damaging the actual hole. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to use the multi-tool. I'm going to drop down to my neck knife. Okay, as you can see, I've got gloves on at all times when I'm doing this task as well, right? Because my hands are quite close to the tools I'm using. Now this has got a drop point on it as well, but it's still a bit icky. It'd be better if I had like one of them little drill things, like. And I've just got to keep working at this and then start spreading it. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll keep doing this until I've got it done, and then I'll bring this back. Alright, oh, see you in a bit. And then, so what I've done is I've finished off the drilling the hole in the bit of wood here. If the video footage looks different, it's because I've had to switch back to my GoPro 7 because the 9's playing up. Okay, I've thinned down the rod as well so it fits in perfect, and as you can see, it slides down right down to there. That's more than enough height. All I need to do now is cut a couple of grooves in here. I'm going to drill another hole a bit further along, so what happens is the arm will be extend out a bit further, and I'm going to leave this bit on it, okay, just as a counterbalance, right? So basically if I put that on there, it's all I'm making it for is for to hold a 900ml titanium pot. This has got some dinner in left over from me tea last night. It's a beef stew, okay, and what will happen is once I've got the grooves in there, that'll just hang over the fire there. As you can see, there's not much of a gap from the actual rod sticking in the ground to where the fire is going to be. All right, so hence why I'm going to put another rod there, another hole there, sorry, and then what that'll do is that'll give us a bit more reach. Okay, but it gives us the option of doing it, and as you can see, I'm just going to keep my thumb there so my dinner doesn't fall on the floor. As you can see, it works perfect. All right, and I can just lower it down next to the embers if I've only got embers there. All right, and that's happy days. So what I'll do is I'll finish off doing the grooves there in the other hole, and then I'll bring you back and I'll have a fire on the go because it's nearly dinner time now and anyway, and we'll get me dinner cooked and we'll see how it actually works. Right, I'm going to dig myself a little fire pit. I've made myself a little pot hanger, but I just want a tiny little fire to sit around tonight. So I've got this new spade. Let's put my knife holder. My knives are on the log over the back there. The ground's quite tough, but this will make short work of it. Okay, so the pot hanger I've made earlier is this here. It's a stick. I've just thinned it right the way down, and all that is got a point on the end. All right, it's nice and thin down to about here, and that's where the pot hanger is going to go. Okay, sorry, I keep saying okay all the time. And then this is the bit I fashioned for to go on it. I've put two spider climbing on my hat. I've got two holes on here so I can hang it so it's got a longer part or a shorter part. It's got two grooves on the side there to put the actual pot. So all I need to do now is just stick this into the ground. So that's firm enough there, and then all I do is I just put the pot hanger on like so, and that moves up and down the arm so I can get a different height to the actual fire itself. Okay, so initially what I'll do is I'll put it about that high. It's just to hold small pots, not massive pots. Okay, and then this is just a 900ml pot, and then it's got a couple of grooves there, and what happens is the pot will sit on that like so, and without it falling, because obviously it needs a bit of weight for the gravity. I might need to move me grooves a little bit more as well, but that's it, like, and obviously the fire, it'll be there, and I can use this side of the fire to build it up and just keep pushing coals under there, and that'll warm me food up as we go. Fire started. This is a new ferro rod I've purchased from a lad who's got his own forge. If I can remember the name of it, I'll put it up on the screen, but it's a canny little one. I've just put a bit of elastic on for now, but let's see how it throws a spark. Oh, look at that, nearly caught it first time there. Just doesn't seem to be taken, does it? There we're gone. Come on, you stay, catch a light. Get these little bits on. That's it, happy days. Proper fire starting again. Let's get back into the habit. Oh, just now put it out. I think I've just put it out. I have, I've just put it out. Oh my life. Oh, I can't believe that. There we're gone. Ooh. I think this birch bark might be damp. Tell you what, let's get some of my little sticks on. Come on, you little bugger. It's going to go out again. It doesn't want to play, does it? Sorry, this is a long episode of lighting a fire, but I want to just prove to you that it's caught natural. I'm trying not to smother it. Yeah, that's better. I think it's playing games now, isn't it? Playing the game. It's going to smother it if I put it there. By Jove, I think we've got it. Let's get that damp leaf off. Happy days. Just clean my blade off. Get the initial bits off it. It just stops it knacking. Right, let's have a look here. Right, well, it's strange looking at a GoPro 7 because you don't get no front screen. But yeah, that was a tough go on that. But the ferro rod played out. I've took a canny bit off it already, like, and that's my first use of this. I can't remember the name of the people in any way. But I'll put that back in my pocket and put it back on my clip. That stays in my pocket at all times. But as you can see, the fire is now going, so that's happy days. Like, or all I've got to do now is let it catch properly and let it spread out a bit, and then all I've got to do is just get me pot hanger, lift that up there a little bit, and then we'll put it there. But what we'll do is we'll turn the pot the other way so the handles are on the outer side, away from the initial flame. When it moves, what I'm going to do is just going to build that up down the bottom here, because I'm going to risk it. I'm just going to move my fire along a bit, and hopefully that'll work. Some of these are a little bit damp on the outside, but they should be alright. You hear that snap, crackle and pop there now, so that's happy days. Like, and then if I kind of get the fire moved over to the side, all I'll do is I'll just move it onto the second pot hole, if you know what I mean, and then that's it. So happy days, fire is gone on, and I'm gonna get some dinner, and I'm gonna get another pot and put a brew on as well. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Well, there's my cup of tea and my dinner done. The fire is still going a treat. The full pit's open now, and I've put up a little scarecrow just to stop the birds from climbing onto the fire and burning themselves. I just thought it was funny when I looked at it. But anyway, hi. I'm going to have my dinner, and I'm going to sit and relax for an hour, and then I'm going to look at doing something else, a different task, and hopefully it works out. And if it doesn't, not a bother, still enjoying myself. Oh, pardon me. Right, it's the breeze is starting to pick up a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit chillier now, like, so I'm going to sit back next to the fire and enjoy my dinner, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Happy days.